and control. What would make politicians across the world give up that degree of control in terms of a pandemic to an international organization? I really am baffled by the fact that across the world, the politicians are going along with this. From experience or from observation, they usually have to be given something for that to happen. Any thoughts?
They also enjoy power, so they may be partners in power, perhaps, or some of them may be really, many may not be aware. I mean, these pandemics are very abstract things. Actually, many people they really think that there is a existential crisis. So politicians, some of them may be still under shock, and others also may have conflict of interest are there, because politics is about money also, and sponsorship also, and lobbying also, and all this, and they have got the scientific advisors also, and as I said, the scientific advisors, they get funds from pharma. So there are small conflicts of interest. They are cumulative, and they are more than the sum total of all the conflicts of interest. So academics have conflict of interest. Research scientists have got conflict of interest. They get to do research, and they get award for research which is the current in the news. And what better thing to be in the news for a virus which is causing a pandemic? So all this adds up, and diseases which are there for long, like our country are having tuberculosis, dengue, they are not very glamorous, and they do not get so many funds, and they are affecting the poor country. So there are a lot of things which adds up. It's a whole web. So it's not a one-to-one relationship.
And one of the concerns I have, which you had highlighted as well, is that the WHO would be taking a view on censorship of or misinformation in this treaty. How does that work, and what would be different in the context of a WHO treaty that would make them stop the questioning of scientists, where scientists do have genuine questions that they don't have sensible answers for, but rather than answer them, they prefer to do censorship? Why would the WHO get involved with that?
They shouldn't actually. If democracies were vibrant, if democracy will not, democracy should not allow censorship, and particularly scientific censorship. In science, nobody can claim to have the final answer. So there has to be dissent, there has to be debate. And if the WHO is doing censorship, it is anti-science, and that itself should disqualify it. I mean, that is one major aberration, that we are going away from science. We are going almost to medieval times, uh, because as on today, the science can be give the data or say the data is required. If now there are data to show that lockdown did not work, there are data to show the vaccination did not check the transmission, there are data to show that children are not vulnerable, but still we are going against data. In USA, I believe they are recommending vaccine for children also, for 6 months, or uh, they are trying that also. So this is something which is this makes us lose confidence in the WHO, makes us doubt the intentions of the WHO and its partners. This is the pharma industry, and maybe politicians of the world are also into it, because earlier it was the arms race which controlled the politicians. I suppose now it may be the pharma race which must be fast overtaking the arms race.
That's a very interesting point, because even within the umbrella is the question of climate change. And so climate change is now also a WHO priority. So we are kind of stepping from one thing to the other, from one crisis to next, which will then allow different individuals or different organizations